Can I drink while we do this?
No. So, you're trying to get to Machu Picchu, but chances are you're probably coming from somewhere in there. Getting to Machu Picchu can be quite the long process and somewhat overwhelming when it comes to research. So that's why we're going to give you everything you need to know to plan your travels. But before we get any further, I just want to say that this video is not for anyone who's hiking the Inca Trail. That's a completely different thing.
This video is for people that need to plan their transportation from start to finish.
Okay, let's get started.
Chances are you are going to be flying into Lima. The most common domestic airlines are Star Peru, LATAM, Avianca, Peruvian Airlines,
just to name a few. There are more than 40 flights from Lima to Cusco per day, and it actually only takes about an hour and 20 minutes to get between the two cities, which is not bad at all. Keep in mind that the elevation in Cusco is 11,200 feet, which is 3,400 meters high. The air is very thin, and it can be much harder to breathe for some people like myself. I actually did get altitude sickness, but none of the 3 people I was with got it. It doesn't make any sense. It's good to give yourself a day in Cusco to acclimate to higher altitude prior to heading to Machu Picchu, which is actually at a lower altitude than Cusco. So you have Cusco, Machu, so it's better to get acclimated here because then by the time you get here, you're good to go. From Cusco, you can hire a bus, which is actually a lot cheaper than taking Peru Rail.
Así que $10 por persona.
Sí.
Okay. Y esto para Ollantaytambo.
Ollantaytambo, Station 3, Aguas Calientes.
Here we go to Ollantaytambo.
They call these buses Colectivos.
Expect the ride to take about 2 hours. You can catch these buses on Avenida Grau, which is about a 15-minute walk from Cusco's main square, Plaza de Armas.
It's a little more laid back with these buses. There isn't really a schedule, you just kind of wait for them to fill up. And the buses are surprisingly easy to find. We actually stumbled across ours while we were walking toward Avenida Grau, so we didn't even end up walking the whole way there. It ends up costing about $4 US per person, and Peru Rail can start anywhere from 51 to 121 US, depending on class, time, direction, station, and time of year.
We are off to Ollantaytambo.
Alright, now we're in Ollantaytambo, which is the town where you'll be catching the Inca Rail or the Peru Rail to Aguas Calientes.
It's actually super small and walkable town, so it won't take very long to see.
If you want to hike the ruins, give yourself a little more time, obviously. Once you get to the train station, you'll either take the Inca Rail or the Peru Rail to your last and final destination, Aguas Calientes.
The tickets for economy start at 61 to 65 US, and you can purchase them directly through the website. The train takes less than 2 hours, and they generally operate from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. The fastest way to get from Cusco to Ollantaytambo is by taxi, and it costs around $30 US depending on your negotiation skills. It's good if you have a group, but the cheapest option is still ultimately a colectivo. I should also note that with Peru and Inca Rail, you can go directly from 20 minutes outside of Cusco to Aguas Calientes without having to go to Ollantaytambo first. The train station outside of Cusco is called Poroy. Just keep in mind that it's often better to go from Ollantaytambo because there are more train options as far as time. And in the rainy season, trains often can't make it to Poroy. You should definitely book in advance, and once again, I'm putting the links below.
In the doobly-doo.
It is a returning boarding, Machu Picchu and Ollantaytambo for this day at 8:30 in the morning, 30 minutes before in the train station, please. Touch and sit. Thank you. Have a nice trip.
Inca Rail announces departure of train 43 at 11:15 a.m. with the final destination of Machu Picchu Pueblo Station.
Our trip will last approximately an hour and 40 minutes.
See you in Aguas Calientes.
So beautiful.
So all those travels we did during the day, and then we ended up staying in Aguas Calientes, which is totally optional.
Our entire reason for staying overnight was so that we could get a head start toward Machu Picchu in the morning before the crowds arrive. And also so that we could make it to our 10 a.m. Huayna Picchu appointment, which we'll discuss in a sec. You technically can do everything that we've discussed on the same day, but you're gonna be getting up really early that day.
We woke up at what, like 7 a.m. to do ours?
Yeah, and that was sleeping in. Couple of tips.
What? Bam! If you do end up staying in Aguas Calientes and you get a hotel, do some research. We didn't have any hot water.
Also, we were told that this town was mostly cash only, but we definitely were able to use credit cards at many restaurants and shops.
And you could do your laundry there too. Another plus. There's so many laundromats there.
Ooh, I would recommend eating at the Treehouse.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Treehouse was awesome.
That was so good.
Really good food, good cocktails.
I'm gonna leave the link right there at the bottom. Boop. All right, just when you think you finished all your travels, there's another bus to catch. You'll need to catch a shuttle bus, which takes you up to Machu Picchu in about 40 minutes. Tickets can be purchased once you arrive in Aguas Calientes, just over the bridge once you get off the train from Ollantaytambo. I know it sounds kind of vague, trust me, but it's a really small town and you can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
The bus company is called Concetur and it costs $24 round trip.
The buses run from 5:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Keep in mind, you also have the option to hike all the way up to Machu Picchu from Aguas Calientes, but that's going to take a couple hours. A lot of people do it. We thought about doing it.
And you see them walking as you're on the bus.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I mean, I recommend it if you have the time and want to do it. We were just kind of anxious to get there. Machu Picchu opens at 6 a.m. every day, and the last entry is at 5 p.m. They do limit the number of tickets sold per day. You can see how many tickets are left when you book on the website. Tickets for foreigners are $47 for just Machu Picchu itself, and after 1 p.m. you can get the half-day ticket for $31. You can and should buy these tickets online, and of course, again, the link is provided below.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about Huayna Picchu, which is the mountain above Machu Picchu. So only 400 people are allowed per day, 200 people per time slot.
You have a 7 a.m. time slot and you have a 10 a.m. time slot.
We did the 10 a.m. because
we thought we were gonna see like clouds and stuff
Clouds!
and the morning fog, and we were right. We dodged it.
tickets for Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu, to do both of them together, comes to
$62. We highly stress booking these in advance. They sell out.
Again, websites, links below.
Also, it is somewhat of an intense hike, not just because of the terrain, but also because of the altitude. So we highly advise being in good shape for this hike.
Doesn't get any easier. No, she said it gets harder and harder.
The steps are like, half the size of your foot. Cliffs kind of go off. You're going up about this steep of a terrain.
Oh, and we're bug spray. I don't know why, but for some reason at the top of this mountain there are a ton of mosquitoes. I never would have thought to put on bug spray, and when we got to the top I got eaten alive.
So just be prepared. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are now here at Machu Picchu, reporting live.
There is seriously so much to explore. You can easily spend the entire day there with no problem. But before you do that, here are some helpful tips about Machu itself that you should know about before you go.
So we got 10. Number 1.
This one's a bit obvious, but just make sure you have your passport on you. Like literally everything that we've talked about just now, that is the main form of ID, is your passport. Some places take it, some places don't. So just like have it on you.
And you can stamp a little Machu stamp on yours. They have that up there for you.
Yeah, a little passport stamp actually. Yeah, that was fun. Number 2! As of July 2017, you can no longer enter Machu Picchu by yourself. You have to enter with a guide.
Hey Llama, I didn't get a tour guide. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Number 3. Also, as of July 2017, re-entry is not allowed. Before you could go back in and out, now you can't. There is no bathroom inside though, so if you do need to go potty, you just go outside and they'll let you back in until they figure that out, I guess. Number 4. Eat before you go in. Once you go in, there's not really any food, so I would recommend eating because you're gonna be hiking.
And right where the bus picks you up to go up, there's actually a cute little coffee shop. You can get coffee. And there's beer, cervezas. I think there's wine, and you can get a nice little wrap and snacks, and we just put them in our bag. I don't know that you can put that into your video because we're not supposed to bring any food.
Which brings us to number 5! No food or drinks.
Look at that.
But no food or drinks. We didn't say that. Sorry, Peru government. We said no food or drink. No food or drink. Number 6, drones are not allowed. Number 7.
No umbrellas, no tripods, and no musical instruments. Sitting on top of Machu Picchu.
Number 8.
No high heels.
What? I can't bring my heels?
This is a hike. Leave the high heels in your room. Number 9. No smoking. This includes e-cigarettes. Number 10.
As tempting as it is to get the butt cheeks out for an epic photo, it's just not allowed. I want to stand up there like, woo!
Don't do it.
I'm sad.
So that was a lot of information, but now you have all the tools and the knowledge to go out there and go check it out for yourself.
All the links you need will be provided in the video description below.
Have an awesome time, and please share all of your photos and videos with us in the comments below. Be sure to like if you like, and don't like if you don't. I don't care.
Subscribe.
My armpits are really sweaty.
Ew, his pits are really fucking sweaty. That's so gross.
Have a great trip. All right.
Peace.
Giancarlo, what was your favorite part of Machu Picchu?
Going up Huayna Picchu was cool because they don't let that many people up there a day and you can see everything.
My favorite part of Machu Picchu was all the water ducks. All the little, 16 little water holes that they had. Really cool.
You need a hand?
Their stairs.
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird.
He's right here.
It's like Jurassic Park, man. Look at me trying to walk with it.